Hello guys, welcome back with another interesting tutorial of MATLAB, and today we are going to see how we can make a plot in 3D or how we can create a 3D plot in MATLAB. So this is an extension of my previous video where how we can plot in MATLAB, and a lot of different basics are discussed in that video. For example, how you can create different plots, and then how you can change the line style, line thickness, line color, marker size, and a lot of different things. So if you haven't seen that video, please pause this video and the link is below in my description. Please watch that video first and then come back to see this video again. Okay, so let's get started. This will be a really short video as most of the things are discussed already in the previous video. So let's get started. So first of all, let's create a couple of vectors which we'll be using later on. So for example, you have an input vector t, and then you are calculating sine of angle multiplied by cos of angle, and so on and so forth. So from line number 7 to line number 13, these are all outputs which are being calculated based upon the input vector t. Okay, so let's create them first. Now you have all those input vectors. Now the basic command for plot3 is simply plot3, as you can see, plot3d. So plot3, and then input the three vectors that you want to plot, for example xt1, yt1, and zt1. So when I run this, I have labeled these axes as well. So basics is discussed in the other video. So let's run this, and you can see this 3D plot now created. You can rotate it and you can see different from the different. Now you can rotate it and you can see it from the different directions. Okay, now there is another command where you can create multiple plots using one plot3 command. So that is, you will first specify xt1, yt1, zt1, and then for example you want to create a different marker, you will specify that marker style, and then you will specify the next three vectors and then create a marker for them, and then create next three, and so on and so forth. So let's see how it looks. You can see this data 1, which was initially plotted, has circle type of markers, and then data 2, which is laterly plotted, has static markers. So that is how you can plot several vectors or several different plots using same single plot3 command. Now the next question is, similar to what we were doing in 2D plots, you can create a table and then use the columns of the table to create plot 3. So the columns would be treated as a vector. For example, this is a table that has xt1, yt1, and zt1 as 3 columns of that table, and then we can use them to create a plot 3. Only thing that we want to use here is that you'll have a table name. For example, tbl is the name of table over here. So you will call that tbl first within plot3 command, and then all the three vectors that you want to plot. So in this way you can directly plot from table instead of creating vectors from the table. So that is how it will look. See, this is similar, same kind of an output. Now the next thing that we want to see is we can create a name of the plot, and then instead of calling several functions within the plot command, for example you want to change the line style or you want to change the color style, you can call them later on. For example, let's say I have plotted this p is equal to plot3. Now I have named it p. Okay, so when I run this is a plot. Now let me dock it first. When I dock it, now I can call this p, which is the name of this plot, and then the next command line, for example line style, this is the standard syntax, or the color, for example p.color, or the marker if you want to change the marker, and then you can specify after equal to within the these inverted commas. So let's say first we want to change the line style, so p.line style double dot. Now let's look at this plot. See, the color is changed, the line style is changed. Now you can change the color as well. So p.color similarly, and then within the inverted commas it's red. Now the color is changed to red. Now let's change the marker as well. So again p.marker, and within the brackets, within the inverted commas, the marker style, and you can see the marker is changed. Next thing that we want to see is, let's say you want to create several plots. for example, in 2D plot you have subplots. Similarly, you can create tiled plots as well. So tiles are like, for example, you want to create in one sheet, you want to create two plots. So let's create these two vectors first, and then we can see this concept. So you can call out tiled layout. It's tiled layout 1 by 2. 1 means one row and 2 means two columns. So it would be one row and two columns. And then you can call AX1 and then next tile. And then you can plot this first one, plot 3, okay? And then you can call AX2 and then next tile. So next tile will basically plot this to the next possible tile that you have created. So let's run this first. So now this tile is created. So you can see AX1 next tile. This is the first tile, and when you plot it, you will see the plot is created on this tile. Now you can create the next plot on the next tile, and that is AX2 then equal to next tile, and then you will specify plot3 command. When I run this, you can see the next plot is created on the next tile. What if you change the tile layout? So you will do 2, 1. Now this time there would be 2 rows and 1 column. So you can see now this is 2 rows and 1 column. And let's say you want to say that 3, 1. Now this time what will happen is that 3, 1. Now this time what will happen is that you have only 2 plots created, so the place for the third plot is left empty. So that is how you can create. Let's say you want to create multiple rows and multiple columns. Let's say 2 by 2. You can definitely create that by calling 2 by 2, and now this time the rest of the space is left empty. So next time when you plot, it would be on the second row and first column, and then after that it would be second row and second column. So I hope this will help you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video, and please post your questions in the comments below. In case if I can answer over there, I will. Otherwise I will create a video for that. Till my next video, bye bye.